Does showing up online feel like throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks? Maybe you're scrambling to post last minute, posting when you remember, or just throwing things out there without much clarity. If you're nodding your head right now, this episode is definitely for you. Hey friend, welcome back to Sparkle and Shine. I'm Cassandra, your creative biz bestie and the heart behind Pretty Pineapple Bead. On this show, we talk about all things small business, mindset, marketing, growth, and everything in between, with encouragement and real talk along the way. Back in episode 16, we talked about visibility with heart and showing up in ways that feel sustainable. Today, we're taking that next step, moving from content chaos to consistency. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to create a plan that works for you, one that helps you show up consistently without burning yourself out. Here's the truth. Consistency matters more than any algorithm hack. I've seen it in my own business. When I'm posting randomly, like scrambling last minute just to throw something up, it feels chaotic. And honestly, my audience can probably feel that too. Engagement dips and I feel more disconnected from my community. But when I show up consistently, not daily, but consistently, everything shifts. My engagement is higher, my content feels more intentional, and I notice my audience responding more. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up with a rhythm. And let's be clear. Consistent doesn't mean every single day. For me, that usually looks like one carousel or static post, one reel, and a few stories each week. That's enough to keep me visible and connected without burning out. Here's why I believe consistency matters more than chasing algorithm tricks. Because consistency builds trust. It tells your audience, I'm here, you can count on me. And trust builds connection. Long-term success comes from a community that engages with you, not from going viral once. You don't need a massive audience to thrive. You just need a loyal one that feels connected to you. So let's make this simple. When you're trying to move from content chaos to consistency, here's a framework that works. First, choose one or two core platforms. For me, Pretty Pineapple Bead lives mostly on Instagram and in email. And then Sparkle and Shine is podcast first with Instagram as the support system. Second, rotate content themes. I keep it to 4 buckets: education, storytelling, promotion, and engagement. That way, I'm never staring at a blank screen wondering what to post. And third, plan a little and leave room for real life. I usually create content about 3 days ahead. That's far enough to feel prepared, but not so far that it feels stiff or out of touch. I'll still post in real time sometimes, but planning a little gives me breathing room. This structure keeps me grounded while still leaving space for creativity. Here is an example of what this type of content planning looks like in my real life businesses. For Sparkle and Shine, the podcast is the pillar. My number one focus is getting a new episode out every Thursday. From there, I repurpose it into one preview post, usually a carousel introducing the topic, one weekly challenge post, one podcast clip reel, and stories throughout the week, including an Ask Me Anything box. That way, one episode easily gives me 3 or 4 pieces of content without me having to start from scratch. And then in Pretty Pineapple Bead, I usually have one carousel, which is often my Bead Soup Sunday promo, one reel, one email, and about 3 to 5 stories. Both of these plans are realistic and repeatable. If you're just starting out and feeling overwhelmed, don't try to do it all. Pick 3 easy priorities for the week. Maybe 1 post, 1 reel, and 1 story series. That's enough to build consistency and get momentum going. I want to leave you with a couple of reflection questions this week. And I'd encourage you to actually write these down in your journal or notes app. First, what platforms feel most aligned for me right now? This isn't about being on all the platforms. It's about choosing the ones where you feel comfortable showing up and where your dream customer actually spends time. Maybe that's Instagram and email. Maybe it's TikTok. Maybe it's a podcast. Give yourself permission to focus on one or two instead of spreading yourself thin. Second, which 3 content themes could I rotate to make things easier? Think of these as your content buckets. For me, I like to rotate between education, teaching something practical or sharing tips, storytelling, like personal experiences, behind the scenes, customer stories, promotion, such as sharing products, offers, or new launches, and then engagement or community, asking questions, starting conversations, inviting interaction. If you choose even just 3 of these and rotate them, suddenly you're not staring at a blank screen wondering what to post. You've got a framework to pull from. And here's a bonus question for you. How much content can I realistically create right now without burning out? If that's 1 reel and 1 story series a week, great. If it's more, amazing. The point is to be honest with yourself and set a cadence you can actually maintain. If you're struggling with consistency, let me remind you, you are not failing. You are building habits, and habits take time. Give yourself grace, make adjustments when you need to, and keep going. Consistency doesn't happen overnight. And remember, perfection isn't the goal. Progress is. Even if you just improve 1% each day, by the end of the week, you're already further along than if you'd done nothing at all. Small steps add up. So here's my challenge for you. Create a 1-week posting plan. Keep it super simple. It could look like 1 reel, 1 carousel, and 1 story series. And then actually stick to it this week. If you do, tag me at Sparkle and Shine Podcast. I'd love to cheer you on and celebrate with you. Remember, friend, your business doesn't need content perfection. It needs consistency, connection, and your unique voice. If this episode encouraged you, share it with a biz bestie who could use some structure in their content too. And make sure you're subscribed so you never miss what's coming next on Sparkle and Shine. Until next time, keep showing up with heart, keep taking those small steps forward, and keep shining.